This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, build your online presence with Squarespace.
Hey everyone, I have a coloring book. Let me introduce you to Ace of Clay's Marvelous Monsters. This is a Halloween digital coloring book that is available to you right now. It is only $4.99 and it features some of my most popular characters that I've sculpted throughout the years. We've got the Grim Reaper, the Ice Cream Man, the Seamstress, the Pumpkin Reaper, the Mad Scientist, and more. And I really hope you love it just as much as I do. This is the first time I've ever released anything like this, and I'm so excited to share it with you today. You can download the whole thing, print out all the pages and color them the traditional way, or you can download them to your iPad or tablet, color them that way. This is only available for a limited time at the link below. Again, it is only $4.99, so grab it before it's gone. Now for today's video, we're jumping back into Halloween Town, and we are sculpting Dr. Finkelstein from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Thank you so much for all the love on the mayor. I really love how he turned out, and I'm so glad that you guys like him so much. I thought, why not keep this series going and kick off October with Dr. Finkelstein, who is my all-time favorite Nightmare Before Christmas character. If I had to pick one character in this movie to be my favorite, it would be Dr. Finkelstein. I think he is absolutely hysterical. I love his voice. I love his mannerisms. I just love how funny and charismatic he is, and I'm so excited to sculpt him for you today. The sculpture came out so cool. I made his little wheelchair, we got all those little details in there, and I cannot wait to show you. Without further ado, let's get right into the video and make Dr. Finkelstein after you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ace of Clay. Now let's get started. All right, let's get started on our Dr. Finkelstein, one of my favorite Nightmare Before Christmas characters, of course. And I'm not gonna lie, I am a little intimidated by this chair of his, this wheelchair. I think we're gonna start with just, the seat part, the armrests in the back, and then we'll work our way down to the wheels and all the details down here. I'm not going to use any ultralight for this. We're just gonna use some Super Sculpey Original. I've got my sheets rolled out here, and of course some aluminum wire. I've got some 12 gauge and some smaller gauge here that I'm going to go back and forth with. All right, so we're just gonna jump right in. Again, let's get this wheelchair out of the way first, and then sculpting Dr. Finkelstein himself will be fairly easy. So let's do this chair. Now the first thing I wanna do is I wanna take my wire and I want to shape out the structure of the seat part. So let's try to do that. And then of course, all the materials that you see me use in this video are listed in the description box below, along with my affiliate links if you'd like to purchase anything. All right, now I'm gonna start covering this frame in clay, and then we're gonna do that back piece. And I've got my Bacon Bond here. This is going to help all my clay stick. I'm gonna be using a lot of this for this project, especially the chair part. All right, I've got a nice even coat of Bacon Bond on there. I'm gonna go ahead and bake this now, and then come back and we can start adding the other pieces. Be right back. And the reason I'm pre-baking this is so I don't smash any of this nice frame that I just made, because it would be extremely difficult for me to start finishing the rest of it and not smash any of it. So pre-baking is definitely the answer. There's gonna be a lot of pre-baking in this project. So I'll be right back. All right, now while that chair is baking, I'm gonna go ahead and start the wheels. I got my little template here that I traced from a wine glass. And I'm going to make the armature with some wire, of course, and then cover it in clay, just like I did the chair frame. and hope all goes well. So let's get started on the wheels. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and make the other wheel off camera, and then I'm going to pre-bake them and then come back and make the spokes. So I'll be back once they're pre-baked. Alright, now that these are baked and cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and put some clay on those spokes and then finish off the details on these, and then we'll go back to the chair or the seat. Right now that the spokes are at a good point, I'm going to go ahead and finish off some details on these wheels, and then we're going to move back to the seat. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and bake this again along with the wheels, and then we're going to come back, put the sides on the armrests, and then create all the little details and nail heads that are all over the place, and then of course put all that stuff at the bottom. So let's go ahead, get this in the oven, and I'll be right back.
Hi, it's me again. Before we get into the rest of the video, let's take a second to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Whether you're just getting started or you're an established brand, the Squarespace commerce platform supports the way you do business. Whether you're looking to sell products directly or even bill for your services, they've got you covered. Personally, I love Squarespace for their portfolios and galleries. The portfolios are so professional and so beautifully designed that I know they're going to show my work in its best light. And I really love the customizable galleries that I can even password protect for clients. One of my favorite Squarespace features is my ability to sync my social media content to my homepage, or really any page of my website for that matter. So if all of this sounds good to you, head on over to squarespace.com, start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/aceofclay to save 10% on your first website or domain. Thanks again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Now back to Dr. Finkelstein.
Right now that those wheels are on, I'm going to go ahead and bake it like this so that of course they don't fall off, and then hopefully that bacon bond sticks, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that everything is nice and baked, I went ahead and shaped out this little metal stand that I'm going to glue right here to hold up the wheelchair like that, and then I don't have to worry about it tipping over. So I'm going to go ahead and use some E6000 industrial adhesive. Be careful when you use this stuff, it is toxic. Alright, now let's start Dr. Finkelstein. I'm going to start by shaping out his body from aluminum foil, and then we're going to cover that in clay.
Hey, don't forget my digital coloring book is available right now for only $4.99. Check out the link below and download all the pages to color some of my most popular characters. It's Ace of Clay's Marvelous Monsters Halloween coloring book, available just in time for spooky season for a limited time only. So grab it before it's gone from the link below.
Alright, his body's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and give him some legs. Alright, his body's looking pretty good. I don't have too much more to do with it other than like refine a couple areas, so let's get started on his head. Right now I'm going to brush on some clay softener to remove fingerprints and just give him a nice smooth surface. Alright, he's good to go. Let's go ahead and get him in the oven and then we'll come back and paint. Be right back. Alright, now that he's baked and completely cooled down, it's time for paints. All the paints that I'll be using are Folk Art brand matte acrylics. We're going to go ahead and start with the wheelchair and then we'll do him. So just take him out and get started. I want to start by putting a nice black base coat on the wheelchair, and then we'll go in with some metallics and grays and all that, make it look really nice. And he's done! My sculpture of Dr. Finkelstein from The Nightmare Before Christmas is complete. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. I'm really happy with how he turned out. I'm really liking this Nightmare Before Christmas series. I'm glad I'm doing these sort of like secondary characters now. And I know you guys really like the mayor, so I thought why not follow it up with this guy. Again, all-time favorite Nightmare Before Christmas character. I absolutely love this dude. And I really like how he came out too. I like his little wheelchair. It's a little more simplified than the actual one in the movie, but definitely gets the point across. So again, let me know how you think I did in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching and being here. Be sure to grab my coloring book. Again, it is only $4.99 and is available at the link below for a limited time only. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Ace of Clay, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.